So Jarvis Landry, a guy that's due right around 15 million this year. Wouldn't be a huge cap hit. I think it's only like 1.5 or something along those if they get rid of it, if they release him before. I think it's in June. So I think there's a cap hit after June, but not before. Do you think Jarvis Landry is back with the Browns this year?
Dave, I mean, that's the $1 million question when it comes to, looking at that Browns receivers room because, they really, based on what we saw last year, you really need an overhaul. You need some new faces in there and some new wrinkles at that point, too. I mentioned it with the offense. But, when it comes to Jarvis Landry, the way that he's been able to, affect the team, I think that there's a possibility, obviously, that he's back. And I'll say this, it's not going to be at that $15 million number. I think that if he is going to be back, it's going to, have to be a extension / restructuring where they go ahead, they maybe sign him for another 2 more seasons. But that number goes from $15 million maybe down to like $10 million. And that's the question is, does Jarvis Landry want to take that, at this point in his career? He's had productive seasons in the past. And at that point, you have to wonder at that point, does he accept that? And so that's where, I have questions with if he's going to be back or not. I would love to see him back in Cleveland. I would. And I know there's certain people that are saying, save the cap money, whatever. I think that for him in that locker room, I think that's too valuable. And I think that at that point, with what happened and what transpired last year, I do think that him being back would be a tremendous help to you. Because I think that he could kind of fill that Adam Thielen type of a role. But at the same time, if he does get released, it also would not shock me at all. Again, just given the circumstances of everything, it really wouldn't shock me though. But if I had to give a percentage on it, I would probably say, to be honest, I would probably say about like 40% that he's back in Cleveland. I would do it, but I also think that there's a reasonable shot that they decide, hey, you know what, let's just go ahead and cut ties here at this point.